customer is in a meeting, so we're just gonna get started real quick. Check the battery, make sure it's gonna be a battery install or battery issue. While he comes out, he can take his time. Let's take a look. Battery test. This is supposed to be an EFB, but I don't see the markings. So 770. Oof. So when I first hooked up, it was at 12.46 volts, which is pretty good. But out of the 770 cold cranking amps, it's only putting out 183. So definitely low. Hey, good morning.
Sure thing, man. Just didn't know if you needed the key or not.
I would till after. Yeah, I did test the battery to make sure that it is going to be a battery issue.
Perfect.
And when I first hooked up to it, it showed 12.4 volts, which is actually pretty good voltage.
Okay.
I did test the battery, and although it does have 12.46, you're only testing 183 out of the 707. I'll send you a text once I'm done here. All right. Thank you. All right, so we always take off the ground first and then the positive. Now, I do try to not set my tools on the customer vehicles, because not necessarily when you're taking it off, but when you're putting it back on, and then if you set it on there, you can always forget it. And tools are not cheap. This is a Craftsman, but so I have a Craftsman ratchet with a Pittsburgh extension and a snap-on socket. Weird combination. All right. All right. Throw that in there. Let's get this guy out of here. All right. Same size, everything's good. Now we're gonna flip this stuff around. This guy right there. Choo. So these are supposedly anti-corrosion felt pads. Oop, goes on there. And then You already know what we're gonna do to this. Sorry, still sick. Cool. This one's not too bad, so now, you know what? Let's clean this up a bit. No corrosion on here, but let's make it shine. Okay. Let's get the inside nice and shiny to make good contact. Thought it was one of the dogs coming up behind me. Cool. You don't have to because these are new, but let's create a good surface. What the hell, Barry? There we go. Throw that in there. Okay. Terrible place to put stuff, okay, guys? Don't do that. All right, there we go. That clipped onto there. We'll come here. Clips onto there, perfect. Wait. All right. All right. So, why do I use a ratchet instead of power tools? Sometimes I do, but only on removing it. I never use power tools to like install it unless it's like one of those tie downs with a really long bolt, like for the auxiliary batteries on a Chrysler or Jeep. But other than that, I don't really use it to tighten it down. Just because depending on if it's one of these little ones, you could potentially break it, but that's just me. All right. Well, if I wasn't awake before, I am now. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Check.